Back on another beautiful morning. Here I am again. I am Big Head Slocum, aka Mr. Free 99.
Free 99.
And we're back again with another video of Big Head Slocum Edition. So, to continue our journey into understanding poetry and the figurative language and the imagery in poetry, we're going to look at yet another one. So, screen share is coming. Yes. What we have today, fellas? Okay. First, let's look at some definitions. Now, this poem is divided. We see that there's space in between the lines, and there's space in between it, and it's causing it to form together, thus making it a paragraph. Who can tell me what a paragraph for a poem or the division part of the poem is called? Yes, thank you. It is called the stanza. Stanza is the grouping of lines for a poem. Stanza. Okay, so read the poem real quick. Poem says, anger is a red flame burning brightly against a black sky. It smells like ash from a raging fire. It tastes like bitter vinegar. It sounds like drums pounding in my temple. It feels like a steel band around my chest, tightening, stopping my breath. It looks like the chaos of a storm. So again, we are focusing on two things: figurative language and imagery. So let's knock out the figurative language part first. Anger is a red flame burning brightly against a black sky. This sentence here, there's a couple. Anger is a red flame. We all know what being angry is. We may call it being mad, but of course the correct term is angry. So if anger is a red flame, this is a what? A metaphor. Why is it a metaphor? Because it's making a comparison. It's comparing someone's anger to a red flame. And a flame, of course, belongs to what? Fire. So let me get some blue for the metaphor. Burning bright against a black sky. Ooh. Burning brightly against a black sky. So we see there's a letter that's being repeated over and over again. It's a sound. Yes, it's that B sound. A repeated constant sound over and over makes this sentence a what? An alliteration. So let's give some red for the alliteration. Now, the rest of the poem smells like ash from a burning fire. It tastes like bitter vinegar. Sounds like drums pounding in my temple. It feels like a steel band around my chest, tightening, stopping my breath. It looks like a chaos of a storm. The rest of these are what? Similes. How did we know? It's using like. Not only that it's using like, but remember, it's doing what? Making a comparison. Yes. Making a comparison. So that is our figurative language. It's using like and making a comparison. So the first line is a metaphor. The second part of it is a alliteration. And the rest are similes. Now, so we got that out the way. Let's look at the imagery. Let's look at the imagery. So, and anger is a red flame burning brightly against a black sky. Imagine if the sky was black. Take a second. Close your eyes. Picture the sky being black. Like right now, early morning, the sky was pitch black. It smells like ash from a raging fire. So, this is imagery because it appeals to our what? If something smells like something, being able to smell is one of our what? Senses. Imagery appeals to our senses. It smells like ash from a fire. It tastes like bitter vinegar. It sounds like a drum pounding in my temple. So, smells like ash from a fire. The sense that it appeals to here is, of course, smell. Because the ash from a fire, you can smell it. You can picture what it would smell like, and it helps you understand what anger is like. Here we have taste. Tastes like bitter vinegar. Bitter is another word for what? If something is bitter, it is what? Sour, yes. It sounds like drums pounding in my temple. So, this is appealing to sound. Feels like a steel band around my chest, tightening, stopping my breath. This is touch. Imagine if you had like a belt that was too tight or something that was too tight on you. You would know that something felt like steel, something felt like it was too tight for you. And this, of course, to look at something, you have to be able to what? See. So this is sight. So of course, we're working on our own. But you see here, the poem had a topic. The topic was anger. It's a red flame burning brightly against the sky. And from these lines, we're able to picture what anger looks like, feels like, hears like, even tastes like. So once again, this is figurative language and imagery. I am Big Head Slocum, aka Mr. Free 99. Thank you, fellas.